Hello everyone and welcome to the tavern. It's time for another GunPla review. Happy Jimuary. It is the third in the GM-123 Gundam Base Limited box set. This is the RGM-86R Gym 3, as seen in Double Zeta Gundam and Char's Counterattack. This version of the kit is unique in a few ways. One of the things that makes this unique is that according to actual Gundam lore, there are two general versions of the Gym 3. The normal version does not have these shoulder-mounted missile launchers, nor does it have these larger plates on the side for extra defense. It also lacks these overly elaborate knees as well. Unfortunately, this kit doesn't give you the option to do either version. You get this version and that's it. It would be nice in a revised version of this kit to have the option of using a more vanilla Gym 3 in order to do some more unique army building. In addition to that, the backpack here is based off of the Gundam Mark II backpack, but it does not have the slot to open up on the back here to connect it to the G Defensor, which it can do according to certain art books and manga to turn it into the Gym 3 Defensor. It would be cool if it was given that option, because I probably would take my G Defensor and connect it to a Gym 3 to create a more unique looking gym for my army building, because my Mark II is fine enough without an overly elaborate jet themed backpack. Alright, so here is the main box for this trio set. As you can see right here is Gundam Base Limited. And if you look at the thickness, right there, to show my hand as an example of just how thick that is. So it's supposed to have the Gym 2, and the Gym 3. Here it is, the final part of this set. So we have our instructions here, which are just the standard instructions. Then let's go through here. So you got a couple different frames, quite a bit more than what you had with the Gym 1, and even a fair decent amount more than Gym 2. Got our stickers right here, our specialized sheet of marking and stuff that I'll get into later. And an interesting thing here of a set of hand pieces, which I got into on other videos and we'll get into again here. Otherwise, yeah, this is basically what remains of this box. So let's get to it and see how the Gym 3 holds up comparatively to other kits. When it comes to aesthetics, there are a lot of stickers for this kit. Here you see them right here because I painted instead of actually using these. There are stickers for the neck, the rifle, the legs, multiple for the legs in fact, and a few of the other scopes on the kit. So you can see little things here and all over the legs there. The neck is easier to see with this one than it was with the Gym 2. And of course your various scopes and stuff on your rifle, on the shoulder here. And I believe there's a rear scope as well in the backpack. Overall, you know, it's not a lot of stickers, but I think the painting gives it a little more beauty than you would get if you just had all the stickers everywhere. And I'm proud of this kit being one of the first kits I took the time to do all the various paints on, and finding all the various shades to match was kind of a pain. See how this whole thing looks here. Overall, I think visually it looks pretty cool, and there's a lot to admire here between these overly fancy side skirts, the elaborate backpack, and of course your missile launchers, where you can actually set up whether you want them closed or open. I've set one for each, so you have the idea of what it looks like on the kit. Aesthetically, I think it's a really cool looking robot. And if you didn't know any better, you might even think this isn't a grunt suit because of how elaborate it is, especially compared to its Gym 1 and Gym 2 cousins. It looks so good that the only thing that will make it kind of pale in comparison is when you set it up with a bunch of other Double Zeta kits or some of the Char's counterattack kits where the commander suits get so elaborate that yes, this looks like nothing in comparison. But when you put this up against a bunch of other grunt suits, it looks way cooler and way more elaborate than your average grunt suit, making it really stand out amongst the grunt suits, especially in the Universal Century. When it comes to grunt suits, you don't expect a lot of flexibility. But we've seen with the GM 1 and the GM 2 that the flexibility keeps improving. So let's see how well the GM 3 stacks up. Foot, we got forward, we got back, side to side, and actually a really nice side to side there. The little ankle guard kind of moves a little bit, depending on how your foot is. No other bendiness in the foot. The leg, we got... Ooh, look at that. Better than all the others. Let's flip the front skirt. Okay, it's probably the worst in terms of outward of the foot, but that's because of how this armor is all crashing into each other. And the side is, yeah, again, the armor is getting in the way, so that's not great. Speaking of which, you get some nice side here for the skirt. Not that you would need to do that. And I guess if you do that, your leg still doesn't go that far. A little bit out, a little bit in. These goes up to about there and closes. Not the best there. There is no forward and back. There's a little bit of side to side, but the armor is really getting in the way here. For your shoulder, you do get the full rotation, though again, awkward because of all the armor and all the gear. For up, yeah, the rocket launcher definitely prevents that from going that far. Forward, and ooh, look at that. Got forward and back motion there. That's nice. We have arm closing up pretty good. It's about the same as I think we had on the GM 2 there. Obviously your hand's on a ball joint, so it does all the wiggly and all the spinny and all that. All right, the head, we have forward, we got back, nice back. Decent side to side, probably could fully rotate, but be careful because you have all this other junk everywhere, making this a very bulky and cluttered kit and limiting the flexibility in some regards. On the back, the beam sabers can wiggle a little bit, and that's kind of it. The boosters always here feel a little bit loose, but they've never fallen off, so hopefully they won't. Overall, the flexibility, you can tell that it's improved upon the GM 2. However, the sheer amount of armor on this guy prevents it from actually going as far as it could. This is one of those ones where the flexibility is limited by the armor and not limited by the engineering, which again is one of those reasons why having the less armored version might be interesting, because it would allow you to see just how flexible this kit could be if you didn't have all the heavy armor in place. Still, I won't take points away for being heavily armored when that's part of the kit's design in the first place. Just bear in mind there are some limitations in what this kit can do because of all its heavy armor and bulky gear. Alright, let's talk about the GM 3's gear. We have quite a bit more because this is quite a bit bigger of a kit. So we begin with the very boring double beam sabers, 2 blades for 2 handles. Simple enough. They are beam saber blades. They do what they're supposed to do. So if you want to go melee or double melee, you have that option. Now, as I had the shoulder launchers established in a very specific way, you have the alternate versions right here. So if you want to have both closed or both ready to go firing missiles, you have both of them as options. So both sides can be set up the same way. Both with the missiles ready to go or both with the hatches closed, whatever you prefer. Of course, we have our beam rifle with the trigger finger. Has the same swivel as the GM 2's beam rifle because I think it's essentially the same design. But still, it's nice. Good little grip here with the trigger finger. Not a bad little beam rifle, and it's probably the weapon you're probably going to use as your main weapon. Then we have our shield, which looks very similar to the previous shield because I think it is. Same thing, a little thing here, a little bit of a swivel. and then of course your notch to put it into the arm. Fairly simple, fairly nice, just a regular old Federation shield, but a necessary piece of equipment for the kit. Now, one of the fun parts about this kit is the sheer amount of hand options you have. You have open hands for both sides, holding hands, both sides, closed hands. You have a lot of hand options here in order to allow your GM3 to really kind of show off the positioning and style you want for the unit. It is unfortunate we don't have trigger fingers for both hands, so you could have a left-handed GM, but other than that, you have more than enough hands for whatever you want to do with this kit. This sheet right here features the stickers of the GM2. However, it also has a whole load of additional decals that can be used for all three kits. This is one of the bonus sheets that comes along with getting this set. And it allows those of you out there who like having the really intricate designs and extra logos all over their kits to be able to do them. And in fact, it is one of the bonuses of getting the trio set is having these kind of extra options. While this doesn't affect my score for any of the kits, I will say it is a nice bonus for actually buying this set. And for those of you who may have been on the edge of buying this set, this might be the thing that pushes you over because while you may already have a GM1, a GM2, or a GM3, you probably don't have these unique stickers and decals in order to create the look you want for your troops. So bear that in mind. If you decide that you need to army build with your GMs, you may want to go after the box set rather than just getting the solo version. Last but not least is, of course, a handful of spare polycaps, one of which did fall off the runner prior to this recording, but you'll get the general idea of how many you have here. Not as many as you have with the GM2, but more than you have with the GM1. Helpful, but not supremely game-changing in terms of the amount of leftover parts we have with this kit. Overall, I do appreciate the hand options and the shoulder rocket launcher options, but beyond that, there really isn't a lot that makes the GM3's equipment particularly special. However, those couple of minor things give it a better score than what the GM1 and GM2 had. Overall, I generally like the GM3. Of the three kits, you can definitely see some improvements in engineering. The handful of swappable parts, like the extra hands, the rocket launcher options, things like that are really kind of neat. And overall, like I said before, it looks pretty cool. And swapping parts in order to get the look you want is relatively easy. On the negative side, you do have some limitations in your mobility because of the armor. It still only has one firearm and your melee weapons, and that's kind of it. Again, a bazooka probably wouldn't have worked well on this kit. However, an alternate rifle would have been nice, or perhaps some sort of heavy machine gun or something like that. But beyond a few nitpicks here and there isn't a lot I can say that's negative about this kit. It is easily one of the best grunt suits I've ever worked on. It definitely looks pretty cool, and at least provides you with enough options to feel more unique than your typical grunt suit. One of the cool parts about this set is you can really see the evolution of the GM throughout the classic TV series. Not only in terms of just visually what they decided to do with the grunt suits, but also the engineering that developed throughout the 2000s era of the GunPlas. This is a really cool set. Even if you have all three of these units, having another set of them is pretty cool. Plus, the sheer amount of optional stickers, as I showed with the GM2 set, are really cool and allow you, are really cool and allow you to really customize the kit however you want. I tend to be the kind of person who prefers their stuff looking more TV show accurate without all the extra flanges on it. But you know what? If you like having all this extra stuff, go for it. They're your kits. Do with them what you like. I like my things looking a little more like they look in the 1970s and 1980s, and that's perfectly fine too. There is no right way to work on a GunPla, and anyone who tells you there is wrong. Overall, the GM Trio set is really cool. You get those optional stickers, you get that extra set of hands, and you get this cool looking box. I do highly recommend grabbing the Trio set, and if you haven't had the chance to watch the GM1 and GM2 reviews, please check those out when you have the chance. I hope this has helped your GunPla purchasing decision. Until next time, thank you for watching. Let me know what your favorite GM is in the comments, and I'll see you at the tavern.